welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Dee. I am the creator of Messy Heart Crazy Life, and I am an independent Mary Kay independent consultant. So I do videos on all makeup things, all that jazz. So today's video is going to be on the Mary Kay Under Eye Concealer. So I want to take you through, talk to you guys a little bit about the product and take you through my first impressions. I have never used the product before, so I wanted to come on here and do an honest first impressions and then kind of take you throughout the day and let you know what my final thoughts are. So this bad boy retails for $16. It does only come in one color. It's kind of a peachy color and it's perfect for ivory and beige tones. So if you're darker, more than likely you don't, if you're super dark, this probably is not gonna work for you. You need a different kind of color. But this peachy color, let me show you here. This is what it looks like. So if you watched my videos before, you know that I always use under eye corrector. I do have dark bags or dark eye circles. I've had them since I was a kid, thanks to allergies, thanks for, to being a mom, whatever it is. I just have really bad dark eye circles. So even with me getting under eye filler, it kind of did correct a little bit, but you can still obviously see them. Now in full disclosure, I've done my full skincare routine, but I also put on the Mary Kay CC cream, but I generally do not put it under my eyes. I will put it everywhere else, and then I want that area to be, as free of anything, because then it just adds to the cakiness. So I don't like to put CC cream on or foundation on and then add the corrector and then the concealer, because there's just too many products under my eyes. So I will go around my eyes and just kind of leave that blank. So you can see here, I do have dark eye circles, and that is what I'm hoping this bad boy covers up. So as I mentioned before, this retails for $16. You get a decent amount of product in it. What I like about it is it does have this doe foot applicator. So it's super easy to get around your eyes. As I'm like having allergies, talking about allergies, my voice is going to go out. But I just like the doe foot applicator. I've tried some other under eye creams or under eye correctors, and they have different applicators, or sometimes they're in a pot. And for me, the problem with that is, first off, I need a brush to do it, and I don't necessarily, to get the product out. And I don't, in the morning I'm busy, I don't want to have to pull out 10,000 things. Not only that, I have long fingernails, so sometimes going into a pot, I end up scraping it, gets under my fingernails, it's disgusting. Plus I can't really get it in there. So I like these because I can literally go in and just dab the product right there. Now what I normally do is I will go in with a Real Techniques Beauty Blender, or no, this isn't the Beauty Blender, whatever this is. It's like the Beauty Blender, it's the Real Techniques version. That is the best sponge that I have found. So I'm just gonna gently pat it through, and voila. I mean, look at the difference. And that is just one kind of brush stroke. I did my hair a different way. I look like a little frizzy poodle. I'm here for it though. I'm gonna have to like pin it up or whatever, but I did a new beach waver tool, and it had a little bit of like kinkiness that was closer together, and I look like a freaking poodle, but I'm absolutely loving it. So I'm just gonna pin it back here. But anyways, so you can see the difference. One thing I do have to say, first impressions right off the bat, I do love how thick it is. A lot of under eye concealers, even with the pots, it just is very watery, and sometimes I have to layer a couple layers, and the more layers you layer, the more that it increases the chance of creasing or cracking or just kind of getting yucky or cakey under your eyes. And so I like the fact that this has that thickness to it. It reminds me a lot of kind of a concealer, but it doesn't feel, I can still feel the product a little bit on my skin, so it doesn't feel drying or anything like that. And you can kind of see just one kind of sweep, it really has brightened up the area. Now what I normally do is I will go in, and you can kind of see this bag right here. And this is just a little bit, it's a bag, but it also has a little bit of color in it. So I'm just gonna kind of take it down there and just gently buff it out. And there you go. I mean, you can still see the bag, obviously, because there's nothing you can do with that. No concealer or under eye corrector is going to fix the fact that I have a bag there, but you can see it has definitely brightened up that eye. So I am really, really liking it. So I'm gonna do the other eye. And I usually get really dark in here, and so I like to put the concealer, especially in that area, because it sometimes makes my nose bridge look really, really sunken in, or that area is sunken in because that shadow there. So I will always put under eye concealer or the corrector in that corner or whatever to kind of help with that shadow. And there you go. So like I said, I'm gonna take it a little bit here and just kind of put it where there's that shadow. A little bit of that. Now, I don't go crazy with the under eye corrector. I just literally, I mean, the whole purpose of it is not to really conceal, it's just to kind of correct, so you can go on top with your concealer and just kind of blend it out. So that is that. I am really, really liking it. I think it did a really good job. I'm using one now, and I won't say what, it's a very affordable brand, and I thought that I really, really liked it, but it is a little bit watery, so I have to go in and kind of layer like 2 or 3 times. And it doesn't really crease or anything like that, but sometimes it does look like a lot of texture under my eyes, and that's definitely not the look that I'm going for. So I like the thickness of this. I love the fact that it just kind of had that consistency to help kind of blend out that area, and just with 1, or 2 little swipes, it really did a really good job. So I'm gonna go in, I wanna show you guys the concealer. So this is the Mary Kay concealer, and full disclosure, this one is the, the very light one. I really need the light version, whatever the higher one of this one is, but it's been out of stock, so I've been using this one, and it's okay. It's a little bit too light for me, but I'm making it work. So I'm just gonna go in, put a little there. And really, honestly and truly, because it corrected that area, I don't really think I need a lot of concealer under my eyes. I just want to kind of neutralize that area and just make sure there's none of that peachy kind of color, and it just looks airbrushed. And it does. Again, don't judge me on my bags, okay? Too much wine, not sleeping good, all that jazz. So I'm gonna put a little bit under that bag just to kind of give the illusion that it's just one plane. Oh my gosh, look at how bad they are. I gotta go get more filler. And that is that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. Now I always like to bring it up here just because I feel like it kind of elevates my face a little bit. Everything is starting to sag, and I don't like that sagging look. And I always kind of take it onto my nose. Now I'm not putting any additional product on the sponge or anything like that. I'm just kind of taking what's already on it and kind of blending it out, so there's no harsh lines. There's no like separation of color or anything like that. So first impression straight out the gate, I really, really like it. I like the consistency of it. I like that it's not super, super dark. It has that brightening effect, so it's not going to add, it not only color corrects, but it also brightens, which I really, really like. I love the doe foot applicator. I love how big it is. I mean, it's the size of the concealer, so you're getting a lot of product, but I just really, like, the consistency really has got me really, really excited. Because like I said, I've struggled with finding the right consistency for the under eye corrector, and this is absolutely like the perfect kind of moussey texture, but I don't feel like it accentuated any of my fine lines. I don't feel like it went into my fine lines and like made it creasy or cakey or anything like that. And definitely, I think it pairs well with a concealer. So I am really, really liking it. So I'm gonna wear it throughout the day. I'm gonna finish my face, wear it throughout the day, and then I'll come back at the end of today and let you guys know how my under eyes, worked, how long longevity and all that stuff. I will tell you, I am going to set it with under eye powder, just because I do normally crease, and that's with any concealer that I've ever tried. I always set it just to make sure that it doesn't go into those fine lines, because as I'm getting older, those fine lines are getting deeper, and I don't want anything to accentuate it. So I've been using the Jaclyn Hill Brightening Lilac Under Eye Powder. So I'm gonna do a full review on this one, so stay tuned for that. But that is what I'm gonna go in and set it with. So just so you guys know, I am going to set it, and that will help with the longevity as well. So I will come back at the end of this today, let you guys know what my final thoughts are and if I would recommend it. So stay tuned. Okay, so I'm coming back at you guys at the end of the day. I almost forgot. I'm like in my night clothes, ready to take my makeup off, and was like, oh gosh, I gotta hurry up and get on here and do the video. So this is at the end of the day using the under eye corrector and the concealer. So you can see a little bit of the purpleness kind of peeking through. I don't think it's horrible by any means. I do feel like it's less than it usually is if I just wear the concealer. So I think the under eye corrector really does do a good job. Initially, I absolutely loved it. First impressions, loved it. Throughout the day, I would say it held up well. The one thing that I will tell you though, and I'll leave some comments below if I try something else out, but I was showing you guys, I've been trying out the Jaclyn Hill under eye setting powder, and I'll be honest with you, it's not my favorite. Normally I use the Becca, I don't even remember what it's called, the cooling something or other, and it just, I feel like that is a little bit of a thicker formula, the Becca one. And it just kind of goes under your eyes, and it just kind of helps to fill in those fine lines and wrinkles and everything, and just kind of gives an airbrush look. But I feel like it helps with the longevity of a concealer. And since I've been using the Jaclyn Hill one, it's very, very finely milled. So, and it does do a really good job of brightening like it's supposed to, but I just don't feel like it sets my makeup, but it doesn't like help with the longevity. And so I've been using the Mary Kay concealer for probably about a month now. And like I said, it's a shade too light, but I am making it work because I bought it and I'm like, I'm gonna use it. The other one is out of stock, so I haven't been able to pick it up, but I used this concealer with both the Becca one and the Jaclyn Hill, and I loved it so much better with the Becca than I did the Jaclyn Hill. So I think that's probably why it's just not lasting as long as it normally would, because I feel like the powder really does make a difference. So I'm gonna try something else different than the Jaclyn Hill, and I'll let you guys know if I find that it works better. I'll just leave a comment down below in the description bar so that you know. But overall, I really, really like it. It is something, I love the consistency of it. Out of the under eye correctors that I've tried, this has been the best, like almost concealer-like consistency. And I feel like it's really pigmented, and it just kind of, it just blends out. And I just need a couple, little things. It's not watery or anything like that. And it does a really good job of color correcting. So I'm here for it. I like it. Highly would recommend it. And then the concealer too is really nice, just because I find that as I'm getting older, I'm having the fine lines and wrinkles come in, and I feel like this doesn't accentuate it. It's not super, super thick, and it's not super, super matte. So if you're, have mature eyes like myself, or, going, you're watching the fine lines and wrinkles come in, and you're like, I need a concealer that doesn't accentuate it, I think this is a really, really good option. You just have to make sure you get the right color, and that's where I can help you. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. But until next time, bye.